In this video, we are going to go over how to use the Work Plan app when operating under Federal 70. On the sign-in page, you'll need to enter your username. Make sure that you include quanticolon in your username or the app will not allow you to sign in. You'll also need to enter your password. And before you tap that red login button, if you look underneath it, you'll see where it says remember username. Make sure that button is swiped over to green so that the app remembers your username every time you sign in, and all you'll have to do is enter your password. So you can tap on the red button to log in. The first screen you will see is the exemption screen. Since we are operating under the Federal 70 rule, we will leave all of these exemptions turned off, so you can tap on Done in the top right corner. If a review day screen happens to pop up, you will need to tap on each date listed and tap on Agree to certify your logs for that day. If there's nothing on your logs for any of the dates listed, you will just agree to having nothing on your logs. Since this screen did not pop up after I signed in, I will show you how to, or I will show it to you later in the video. You should now see the main screen in the app. If you look in the bottom left corner, you will see the settings or help button. So if you tap on that and then tap on help, this is where you can find instructions on how to use the Work Plan app. You will also receive a packet of detailed instructions on how to use the app when you receive your company issued phone. The DOT requires that you have a copy of instructions with you in the vehicle at all times. Please reach out to a supervisor or one of our DOT team members if you need a copy of instructions. If you tap on the back arrow in the top left corner 2 times, it will take you back to the main screen. Now you will need to assign to your vehicle and to your trailer if you have one. First, you will need to make sure that your vehicle is turned on. Then you will tap on the vehicle icon on the main screen. So I have a vehicle connectivity issue popping up because I am not in the vehicle for this video. So we're just going to tap on OK and ignore that for now. Just make sure that when you are assigning to your truck that you are sitting inside of it with it turned on. So you can either choose your vehicle out of the list below, or you can type a vehicle number into the search bar at the top. So I'm going to type in my vehicle number and then tap on it to select it. If an ELD warning pops up like this, you can just tap on continue. Next, it will ask if you want to add a trailer. If you do not have a trailer, you will tap on skip. If you do have a trailer, you will tap on add trailer. I'm going to skip adding a trailer to save some time, so I'll tap on skip. Next, you should see a shipment information page. You must fill out this page correctly or the app will not let you assign to your vehicle. If you do not have a trailer, your trailer number is going to be NA. The type will be shipper and commodity. Shipper will be Irby, and then commodity you can put NA since you are not hauling anything. Once that's filled out correctly, you can tap on done in the top right corner. So a review events page may pop up next after that shipment information screen, especially if you have any unidentified driving events or carrier edits pending on the vehicle that you're assigned to. So if you happen to see that screen, you will need to either accept or reject those events before you can continue assigning to your vehicle. Since this screen did not pop up after the shipment information page, we will look at it later in the video. Now that you are back to the main screen, you will need to log yourself as on duty before completing your vehicle inspection. So to do that, you will tap on the HOS icon. If any of these little notifications pop up at the bottom, you can just tap on OK to clear them. Before we log on duty, I need to go over the warning at the bottom of the screen that you're seeing. So if you ever see an orange or red warning that says tap to view diagnostics or malfunctions, please reach out to someone on our DOT team and let us know. This means that your vehicle and your device are having issues communicating, and this is something we need to get fixed for you immediately. So this is what that would look like. I'll tap back to go back to the status screen. So now to log yourself as on duty, you will tap on the on duty square. You can tap on OK on this hours of service box that pops up. For the event type, you can leave it as no event type, or you can select one of the other options listed and then you'll tap on Done in the top right corner. So I'm leaving mine as no event type and tapping on Done. For the comments, you can enter a comment or leave it blank. So I'm going to enter on duty and then hit Done in the top right corner. So if it asks to use your current location, you can tap on Allow. So for your location, you can either choose one of the ones that is listed or you can add a custom location. You never want to choose address unknown. So to add a custom location, you would tap on Custom Location. You'll enter the city and the state, then tap on Search. So you can tap on either of the first two that are listed. You never want to choose unverified address. You want it to be verified. So I'll tap on one of those and then tap on Done in the top right corner. You'll make sure the correct location is selected and then tap on Done in the top right corner. And now you're logged as on duty. So once you get yourself logged on duty, you're ready to start on your vehicle inspection. So to do that, you'll tap on the back arrow in the top left corner to go back to the main screen. Then you will tap on the DVIR icon. So under where it says New On-Demand DVIR is where you'll tap to select your vehicle inspection. So you'll tap on that USCMV STO, and that description may be different depending on the type of vehicle you're inspecting, but that's what you'll tap on to start the inspection. In order to save some time, I am not going to go through the entire DVIR process. Please watch the CDL short haul exemption video if you need to see this process step by step. Once you have completed your DVIR and submitted everything, it will bring you back to this page. You can tap on the back arrow in the top left corner to go back to the main screen. And now you will need to start logging your hours under hours of service. So you can tap on the HOS icon. So we're going to go over everything under hours of service and how this works. So the first thing we are going to look at is the three icons underneath your name at the top of the screen. So you can see the one that I have selected right now is the one that looks like a little clock. And this will show you your status page, which is where you can log as on duty, driving, or off duty. Our trucks do not have sleepers, so you will not be using sleeper berths, so you can just ignore that. Whatever square is blue is your current status, so you can tell that I'm currently on duty. Please keep in mind that the app should automatically switch to driving once you reach 5 miles per hour. If this does not happen, this is something that you need to contact one of our DOT team members about so that we can get this fixed for you. So now we are going to look at the hours at the top of the screen. This is where you can see your hours of service limits and how much time you have remaining for each limit. The 11 hour shows how much driving time you have available for that day. The 14 hours shows how much on-duty time you have available for the day. The 70 hours shows how many hours you have available for the work week, and the 8 hours shows how much time you have available before your break is due. Now, if you look back under your name at the top of the screen, we are going to look at the icon in the middle that looks like a graph. So if you tap on that, this will show you your logs in graph form for the day. And you can swipe from side to side to look at the entire day. Now, if you look at the third icon under your name, the one that has the 3 dots and lines, this is where you can view the events for your current day and previous 7 days. So if you tap on one of the days listed, this shows you all of the events for that day. Log in, log out, any on-duty events, driving events, anything like that will be listed here. Then if you tap on the back arrow in the top left corner, it will take you back to the list of dates. In the top right corner, you will see a share button. If you tap on that, this is where you can share your logs with someone like a DOT inspector or one of the DOT team members if needed. If you hit cancel in the top left corner, it will take you back to the list of dates. Now, if you go back to the little clock icon under your name, we'll go back to the status screen. And we're going to look at actions at the bottom of the screen in the middle. So if you tap on actions, the first thing we will look at is inspector mode. So if you ever get stopped by the DOT and need to show them your logs, you will want to put your device into inspector mode before handing it to them. Once you tap on Inspector Mode, a warning will pop up saying you must know your password to leave Inspector Mode. This password is the same one that you use to sign into the work plan app. So you'll just tap on Continue. So this is what the DOT inspector will be able to see. If you tap on one of the dates listed, the first thing they can see is the list of events for that day. So this is where it'll show any login, logout events, on duty, driving, all of that stuff. Next, if you tap on the graph icon at the top, they can see your logs in graph form. The circle with the I inside will show them driver and carrier information. And then the last circle with the question mark inside will show them any unidentified driving events on the vehicle that you were driving. If you tap on the back arrow in the top left corner, it'll take you back to the list of dates. And in the top right corner is another share button, which will allow you to share your logs with the DOT inspector if needed. So if you tap on that, this is where you can go to either upload to FMCSA or email to FMCSA. And then you can tap on cancel in the top left corner to go back. Then if you tap on the back arrow in the top left corner, this is where you'll enter your password to leave inspector mode. You can tap on continue after you enter it, and it'll take you back to your status screen. So now we will go back to actions at the bottom and tap on yard move. So yard move can be used when working on the yard or on the right of way so that driving does not count against your driving time. You can enter a note to turn on yard move. So for example, I would put working on right of way and then tap on done in the top right corner. And now I am in yard move. You can see that it says if your vehicle exceeds 20 miles per hour, your status will automatically change to driving. And then to leave yard move, all you have to do is tap on the blue end button and it will take you back to your status screen. Once you are back on the status screen, we'll tap on actions again and then go to shipment information. So this is the shipment information screen that you filled out when assigning to your vehicle. If you need to make any changes, you can do that here. If not, you can just tap on done in the top right corner and it'll take you back. Then if you go back to actions and tap on exemptions, this is the exemption page that you saw when signing in. If you need to turn any on or off here, you can do that. Tap on done to go back to the status screen. Then if you go back to actions again, we're going to look at review. So here's where you can find the review events page that I mentioned earlier. So if you have any unidentified driving events, this is where you can find them. If you accept or claim any of those events, they will be added to your logs. So please make sure that the events belong to you before accepting or claiming them. If they do not belong to you, you can reject them. For carrier edits, this is something that we create to fix your logs if you happen to forget to log off duty. If you see one that is for you, please accept it. If you have any questions about unidentified driving events or carrier edits, please contact someone on our DOT team. If you tap on next in the top right corner, it'll take you to the review days page. So if you have any dates listed here, you will need to tap on each date listed and tap on agree to certify your logs for that day. If you do not have any events on your logs for any of the dates listed, then you are just agreeing to not having anything on your logs for that day. If you tap on next in the top right corner, it'll take you back to your status screen. So the last thing that we need to look at is personal conveyance, but in order to use personal conveyance, you must be logged as off-duty. So we're going to go ahead and log off-duty by tapping on the off-duty square. You'll tap on OK on that hours of service box. So you can leave this as no event type or choose an event listed. I'll leave mine as no event type and then tap on done in the top right corner. For comments, you can enter a comment or just skip that page. I'm just going to put off-duty. Then tap on done in the top right corner. So for your location, make sure that you have the correct location selected and then tap on done in the top right corner. When it says synchronizing finished, you can tap on OK. And then once you're back to the status screen with the off-duty square blue, you are now logged as off-duty. So if you tap on actions, you should see personal conveyance in the middle. We're going to tap on that. So if you are allowed to drive your vehicle home, personal conveyance can be used on your way to the show up in the morning or on your way home after work so that the driving does not count against your time. This would be personal time only that you are not getting paid for, so keep that in mind. To start personal conveyance, You'll need to enter your note. So I'm going to put driving to show up and then tap on done in the top right corner. And now I'm in personal conveyance mode. Please keep in mind that if you stop at a gas station or a store and get out and turn off your truck while on the way home or on the way to the show up, you will have to turn personal conveyance back on before you start driving again. Otherwise, to get out of personal conveyance, you'll just tap on the blue end button and it'll take you back to your status screen. So now we have gone over everything under the hours of service icon in the app. Once you are done working for the day, you will need to make sure that you have logged yourself off duty, which we have already done. Then you can tap on the back arrow in the top left corner to go back to the main screen. You now need to unassign from your vehicle and log out of the app. So to do that, you will go to the vehicle icon. There's the vehicle connectivity issue again. I'm just going to tap on OK. So you will now tap on Leave Vehicle to unassign from your vehicle. So the app should automatically take you back to the main screen once it finishes unassigning you from your vehicle. Now you can see under my name that I have no vehicle assigned to me. So I'm ready to log out of the app. Please remember to unassign from your vehicle before you sign out of the app every day. If you do not unassign from your vehicle, the app may continue to track your driving events and can mess up your hours. So now you can tap on the power button in the bottom right corner. When it asks, are you sure you would like to log out? You can tap on OK. For the exemptions, we're going to leave them turned off, so you can just tap on done in the top right corner. So on this certification page, you need to tap on agree to certify your logs for the day. And once it takes you back to the sign in page, you can close out your app. And that's it. So that's how you log under Federal 70 in the work plan app.